you regret being married because of this show?
Excuse you?
Do you regret being married because of this show?
What do you mean?
Can I just ask?
Wow. Of all the times for this kind of question to come up, never did I ever think that it would come up at this point in time. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking the Big Brother Naija show. Kassia shocked me. I didn't expect this question at all. So here I was watching the Big Brother Naija show, and then Kassia asked KellyRae a very important question. Do you regret being married because of the show? And I had to increase the volume of my TV because I was like, Kassia just questioned their marriage at this point in time. And then KellyRae, without even missing words, without even thinking, was like, why did you ask? And then Kassia goes on to explain herself that, after the show, there's going to be a lot of things happening, a lot of collaborations. Does he think that they being married will limit the both of them? And KellyRae's response, boy oh boy, just shows the manner of wisdom, the level of wisdom that this man has. It was like, no. I don't think that being married is even a disadvantage to any of us at any point in time. And then he goes on to say something that really struck me. He said, freedom and exposure can do a number of things to one. So he's happy that right now he's married. And I was like, okay.
I do appreciate the fact that I'm already married. And if I was not married, coming out from this place.
KellyRae. My God, that guy is experienced. So KellyRae goes on to say that, he doesn't know what would have happened if he wasn't married and then he leaves the show. And then he goes on to talk about the fact that he believes in things happening at the perfect time, from when they got married, in fact, when they dated, when they had their issues, to when they got married, and where they are now. So he believes in divine timing. So KellyRae also says that, in as much as they are in the game right now, he feels like if he had had the 100 million probably 5 years ago, he would have squandered it and not know what to do with it. And then he goes on to say that in as much as they are still in the house, he doesn't know how the audience outside perceive them. So he believes that everything is just happening as it should. And Kassia was just there, enjoying the words of affirmation. At some point, Kassia was like, lower your voice now. Don't let them know we are married. Sometimes I usually feel like this girl does not understand the game, but deep down, this girl is also a player. So I was like, okay. So they go on to talk about, what they left before they came into the show. Went on to reminisce about their time outside the house and things that probably would happen going forward. I just like how KellyRae answered this question, because I was like, this question was heavy. And in as much as she asked that question, if KellyRae did not answer that question well, things would have just gone left. It would have gone south. And I was like, oh boy. But sometimes, to be honest, I think that it's good to ask questions, because for her to have asked that question, I understand that a lot of things that have been going on in her mind, like hope I'm not restricting this man, hope this man is not restricting me, hope we're doing these things well. There are times these kind of questions will definitely come up in her mind. So it's very good that she actually brought it out. But that question, man, I was just thinking, what would have happened if you went the other way? Now in another space, even still in that garden, we had Anita and Topher. And you see me, I always try to avoid talking about these guys because they usually sometimes used to trigger me. Because the last time I checked, Anita really triggered Topher. And that was after their Saturday party. She was a bit tipsy, and then she was like going all around, arguing, complaining about things, and they had food to eat, and she was like, this place is dirty. She was just trying to clean everywhere, and the man was just sitting down there and was like, let us eat.
You're going to be upset. It's just stress. I don't need it.
And the time when they finally sat down to eat, she brought up an issue. They started fighting. They didn't eat the food. They went to bed, and they had to apologize, and there was peace. So I was like, these guys. But going over to after the eviction show on Sunday, there was no eviction, Anita and Topher were having a conversation about where they are right now. So they were like, where are we right now? And then Anita was like, we're past talking stage. And Topher was like, so are we in marriage phase? I'm like, Topher, sometimes Topher can be cute. Other times I'm like, what's wrong with you, bro? So they were talking about that, and then she said she understands and she believes that they are already past talking stage, and then they are understanding and getting to know each other better. However, they can't really define anything until after the show. So if after the show things are still the way they are with them, then probably they can move up to another level. But right now they are still like understanding each other, but they are definitely way past talking stage. I say it all the time. Anita has personality and temperament. Topher also has his. And honestly, they are a good fit for each other, even though they do stress me. In another space, we had Nelly and Suj. Somehow it felt like the couples were just having a kind of conversation, understanding where they are at throughout the night into this morning after the eviction show on Sunday. So Nelly and Suj were just there, and to me, it's just one sentence I have to say: they had a good night. They were just talking about music and enjoying each other's company, and I love the fact that there was peace in that space. In another space, ladies and gentlemen, we had Onyeka and Ozee. And regardless of what anybody has to say, here is my verdict. Onyeka and Ozee have feelings for each other. So Onyeka and Ozee were talking about their friendship and where it is right now, and then she was talking about how she carries her friendships and where she draws the line when it comes to jealousy. And then Ozee was like, I don't think we should even use the word jealousy, probably something else, but I don't think we should use the word jealousy. And he goes on to talk about the fact that he cares for her, and somehow he feels like the way they are close in the house, people would always misinterpret it into something else, because he vibes with her mostly in the house apart from his brother, and then probably Chizoba and the other housemates, maybe even Victoria. And they just went on to talk about their friendships and their dynamic about their friendship before they moved into the house. And then we had the family meeting of Ozee, Chizoba and Onyeka, just talking about their situation. And then Ozee brings up the fact that he has shown the picture of his engaged woman to some of the housemates, and they just laughed about it. And I was like, all is fair in love and war, but I still say that Ozee and Onyeka definitely have something for each other. It's just that, just like every other housemate, these guys are waiting till outside the house to see how they can actually place what it is that they have for each other, whether it will stop at friendship or if it will go further than friendship. Honestly, I kind of like their friendship, and I really hope that things do not spoil it. But when feelings are involved, it can be very, very dicey. Last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, we have Wani, who has confirmed that she is in love with Sean, and that was during the eviction show. And in as much as Ebuka has come to ask Wani what's going on between she and Sean, I really want Ebuka to come back on Sunday to ask Sean, so that we know what is going on here. Because everybody's like, how would Wani go out to say that she likes the boy? Oh, probably she said it because they are in the house. Oh, they are clouded by their judgment. Oh, what's going to happen outside the house? Oh, we know the script, we know all these things. Let Ebuka just come and ask Sean going forward, so we know, so that everybody knows where they stand. I looked at how Handy was looking at her sister last night. I was like, things are happening. Somehow people are still complaining about the fact that, oh, it looks like the show is quiet, oh, the show is calm, and they really want the parrots to come out and speak. But somehow, because the show has gone on for a very long time, I would like to address this whole calls for the parrots to speak. This show has gone on for a while, and we've already seen the parrots come into play. All these housemates in the house already have a knowledge about the show, and that's why they have been talking about past seasons until when Ebuka had to stop them and say, stop talking about past seasons. So somehow, the fact that the parrot has not spoken, for me, I think two things. Number one is either because the housemates already understand how the show is going on, there's not a lot of whispers, so the parrot does not have anything to say. Or secondly, Big Brother is trying to bring a whole different twist to what the parrot would say and when the parrot would speak. So people should probably just watch the game the way it goes and leave the parrot alone. There was a comment that I read that made me crack up. Somebody said, this parrot is not doing anything in the house, let's just kill this parrot and let us just eat the parrot because it's not useful. And I was like, everybody please calm down. I'll catch you more next time right here on this channel. Till then, remember to enjoy every moment. Have an amazing week. Bye.